this is Adam with part 3 of the video leadbox product demo. Today I would like to do a custom leadbox. I'm getting a little bold here and I'm going to try to see what I can do without a template. And I'm doing this video because I actually have a purpose for this new leadbox. What I want to do is basically replace the exit pop-up on my video leadbox review page. To kind of add or emphasize the scarcity that's involved here because the discounts are ending for this product. So I'm going to have basically a lead box that lets everyone know, are you sure you want to pass on this offer because the discount is expiring in, and then the countdown timer will show up below that. So I don't think it's going to be anything flashy, but I want it to be straightforward and clean, so let's see. I'm going to call it Video Leadbox number 1. And the basic settings are on this page before we go into the builder. This is where you choose the position of the lead box. I like to keep mine in the middle. This is important. This tells the lead box when it should pop up, basically. So I am going to set this to page close. And what that means is when somebody leaves my review page and tries to close that page in their browser, this pop-up will come up. And first it will say, hold on a second, here's something special for you. Or I can say, here is your exclusive discount. Okay. Or I have a special discount for you. Alright, so, and since this type of pop-up cannot appear on mobile devices, alternatively, you can have a lead box appear after X number of seconds on my review page on a mobile device. I'm going to actually opt out of that option and just stick with my pop-up on desktops and non-mobile devices. So we're not going to show it on all pages. We are only going to show it on my video leadbox review page, which is here. So I'm going to copy the URL and paste it here. And as for scheduling, we don't want to set that up either because we want to start showing the leadbox right now. Okay, and if you have a scarcity offer where you have like a countdown or something like that, if you know the exact time that discount is going to expire, you can set it here so that you don't have to have a big blank space on your lead box where the discount would be once it runs out or expires. So I'm going to turn that off because I don't have the exact time right now, but I'll probably add it later on. So I'm going to save my lead box just to make sure that everything has been registered so far. I don't think that's necessary, but it's me being paranoid. And then I'm going to start the builder. So once again, it's going to give us a bunch of beautiful templates to choose from in a moment. As you can see, tons of templates here for every niche, 2-step, 1-step. Got weight loss, opt-ins, ebooks, video lead boxes, really cool stuff. Gaming, really cool stuff. And look at how nice these are. I mean, it's hard not to go with one of them. It's really hard not to go with one of them. And you also have mobile specific opt-ins down here for iPhone, and there's a social right there. Also, that one. But we're going to stick with the boring blank template. And I doubt that I can do anything that looks as good as the templates with my very first custom template. And I know that doesn't sound very confident, but I'm going to tell it like it is. So the first thing I want to do, now here are all the components, all the elements that you can add. All you need to do is click, drag. That's all you need to do. Once you have the elements in your canvas, if you click on any element that has already been added to your canvas, you click on that element, it'll bring up the settings on the right. It's a great interface. I don't see how it could possibly be improved. Again, this is really the best pop-up creation tool on the market. So with that said, I'm going to add a headline. All right, let's do something like this. Let's try this. I've never been that good with headlines, but that's kind of long. Last chance, get your special discount. Get your discount. All right, maybe that, is better. As I said, this isn't my thing, but I don't want to make it look ridiculous. So last chance, get your discount. That looks a little bit better. Can add some dots to the end. And now what I had in mind is I have an image that I would like to add here. So I'm going to add, click and drag the image element. Double click me, okay. I'll follow those instructions. And you can either choose from the library, or you can add your own image URL. So I've logged into my WordPress site and I'm going to upload a couple images here. So you go to Media, Add New. I'm sure you know this already. Anyone who has a WordPress site probably. You can either drag and drop or select the files. Let's see. I'm just going to get them from my hard drive. Fortunately, the folder was already open. So these are two images that I planned on using for this lead box. Hopefully they can coexist. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but we'll see. So, sorry, I was thinking for a second there about something completely different, but related to my lead box. So here's one of the images that I basically took from the sales page, and here is, of course, the logo. So that's the first one I want to use. So I'm going to copy the URL, and oops, that's the sales page, and I'm going to paste the URL right here. Simple as that, and insert the image. And as you can see, there it is. Now notice how when I start moving this around, it's going to help me center it. You see the blue lines right there? It's helping me kind of center it. There's another one. See, this would be the exact middle of our canvas. That's very cool, very helpful. So I am just playing around with it right now. All right, let's see. So maybe we can put this on. All right, well, something's going to change. Now, let me get my other image here, which is this one. Copy the URL again. Double click. insert image. And I'm just going to put it inside here, like so. All right. Now okay, so now you know why I like to rely on templates. But anyways, we're not going to give up. So what I was thinking of doing here, let's try this actually. Let's try this. First of all, I'm going to make this a little bit taller. Let's make it 500 pixels in height. And then we're going to do this and move this under here. Try to align everything as much as possible. Okay. And then over here, we could have used a list instead of this checkbox, by the way. I mean, really, there's all kinds of features here. Now, there's a couple things we could do. We could add a YouTube video. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add a YouTube video on the right. And of course, we're going to change it. Let's also move this a little bit. I love the blue bars, really helps me align everything. Check that out. I mean, that's freaking awesome. I love those things. You're not going to find a pop-up creation tool better than this. And I know I've said that already, but it is worth repeating. So I need to leave some space at the bottom for like a buy button or something of that nature. But over here, I'm going to say, put another headline down here and say, watch me create a lead box. Watch me create a lead box. All right, and don't worry about the size. We're going to fix that in a moment. Watch me create a lead box. Font size. And let's see. All right. Or should we do this? Maybe we'll move that up. I actually want to keep them aligned. Let's try this. Video lead box video. All right. Now, probably going to move these up a little more, and you will see why in a second. The reason for this is we're going to add a countdown. Offer expires This offer will expire in... All right. Let's add a little more height to this. I don't want to get crazy, but at the same time, I want to make this work. We can always go back and change things around. And I will do some minor tweaks in the end. All right, this offer will expire in, and then where's our blue alignment? There we go. Cool. Cool, cool. Everything's aligned. So this offer will expire in, and then I'm going to bust out the countdown timer. I'm really enjoying this the more I work on it. I mean, I honestly, like, I had no idea what I was gonna do or how I was going to make it work. I had no idea. All right, so here's the countdown timer. And we're going to make this centered. It's going to take up half of the width, basically. All right, and of course I'm going to change that to, well, let's see how much time. We have 8 hours left, and then there might be another discount after that. Or they might choose to extend it. I don't know, but I'm just going with whatever is on the official sales page. So let's get that adjusted now. And let's do, I believe it was something like this. Just sometimes my way of doing it is I just play with it until I get to whatever I'm supposed to be at, 8 hours and 30 minutes. We are just 1 hour too much. So there we go. That is the actual countdown until the next price increase. And then, last but certainly not least, is our call to action in the right corner. So a couple of things we can do here is, well, actually, let's do this. Instead of a button, now you see how you could add a button. But you can also add an image, because remember, a lot of download now, buy now images of that nature are going to come with Video Leadbox. Just another great thing about this product. As you can see, these all came with the product. They're not mine. They are now, but I didn't have them before or anything like that. So go through them carefully. I think these ones might be loading. I'm not sure because they're kind of blurry. There's categories, so you have backgrounds, buttons, ribbons, close buttons. I want buttons. So you can filter, like narrow it down. That definitely helps. So I'm going to use the Get Instant Access button, I think. I like that one. Okay, so Get Instant Access. And I'm going to align it with everything here. All right, let's see how that looks. Cool. Now we might be able to make this a little smaller, by the way, the height of the entire lead box. Okay. Wow. So cool. So cool. Alright, so let's go back here. Let's see if we can do 525. I think 530 would be safe. Okay. So that is that. This looks a little wide. I'm going to make it a little more narrow. Make sure that it's centered. Now, remember at the beginning of this video I mentioned that if you want to change any element here, just click the element and your properties are on the right. So I click this button, URL to go when clicked is going to be my affiliate link. So I'm going to type that in, and it's video leadbox. And then you can add entrance animations for the leadbox itself. You can do a shake animation, so when it comes on the screen, it's going to do a little shake and bake. You can do a swing. That's pretty cool. You can do flash. That's interesting. All kinds of stuff. Bounce in, down. I like that one. So let's use that. We're going to bounce it in from the top. And now I'm just going to add some minor tweaks to text, like formatting, things like that. Let's use some nice red text. Make it bold. Let's see. I wonder if we should use red. Or maybe we can do blue for everything. Blue could be our theme color. Is that the blue we got? Yeah. Alright. Let's try darker blue. A darker shade of navy blue. There we go. There we go. And of course we're going to change that video, don't worry. Okay, same thing goes here. Change that one to blue. And as far as the timer, let's see. Now what? Okay, so this is, I'm getting the color code for that so I can put it in here for the text color. Or does it, doesn't let me do that. Well, can't be perfect, can it? I thought it would be, but there is one thing to complain about with Video Leadbox, I suppose. But I can definitely get it pretty darn close, as you can see. Oh, here we go. Stupid me. So you can actually add the code right in there. So the last thing I have to do is change my YouTube video. And after I create this video, actually, I'm going to change this to the video you're watching right now. It's going to say, watch me create this lead box. And it's going to show the creation of this lead box, which is going to be pretty cool, I think. So all we have to do is grab the YouTube video URL. So let's do that. I've been watching videos on Bloodborne. Very cool video game. Let's see if I can even find myself video lead box demo. I've been having trouble with rankings lately, and everybody's ahead of me, man. Alright, well, I'm not too far down, but 6 views is unacceptable. This guy, he's dominating. So that's part 1. I'll just grab that link, and for the time being, that will be our video. And there it is. Love it. Autoplay will be no. Show controls. Gosh. If I say no, it'll be, well, you have the play button there, I suppose. So I will not show the controls. I want this to look clean, so I'm taking out all that extra stuff, which can be done here quite easily. And there you have it. There you have it. So we've created our lead box from a blank template. And I actually paused for a second and made a couple stylistic changes, added this, changed the video thumbnail a bit. But now we can actually check it out, how it appears live on my website and how it will appear if you click my review link below this video and close the review page, which I hope you don't do, because I hope you're interested enough to purchase Video Lead Box before exiting. But fortunately, one of the valuable things about having a lead box or a pop-up on a website is that you re-engage your visitors that would otherwise leave without making a purchase or opting in if you're collecting subscribers. Okay, with that said, remembering that we save here as well. And as far as integrations, I don't think I need to do anything else since I've already integrated lead boxes with my WordPress site, and over here I've added my domain to Video Lead Box. So we're all set. I've also turned off the old lead box that I was previously using. So I think at this point we can go over to the review page, which is here. And while we're doing this, and I scroll down, it's only going slow because I've got a video recording, by the way. But if you decide to purchase Video Lead Box through my review page, you will also receive all of the bonuses shown on the review page. I am the only product reviewer that does something really cool, where if you don't like any of the default bonuses on this list, click this link. You'll see my master list of all of my bonus products, and you can substitute any one or all of the default bonuses with another product. So for instance, if you don't like WP Social Locker plugin and article rewriter, you can choose 2 substitutions from my list, follow these 3 simple steps, and you will be set. Or you can choose 31 completely different bonuses from the list. Trust me, there's a lot to choose from. Again, just follow the 3 simple steps shown there and you are set. So with that said, we are ready to test this out. I'm going to close the page here, and there is the lead box that we just created. Clicking this will take you to my YouTube video. Clicking this will take you to the sales page, and we've got the countdown timer. We created all of this from a blank template, but there are also tons of sweet templates that come with Video Lead Box. Again, this is your chance to get the #1 pop-up creation tool on the market, hands down. Discount is still going. Get it while you can. I am going to be using this a lot, and I would highly recommend it to everybody watching this, especially when you can get the bonuses as well. So I've just closed it, but that's about it. And just with that said, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and have a great day.